Welcome back, City of Lilburn, to our monthly podcast, The Burn. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Welcome, Jonathan, back to The Burn.
Absolutely. Here again with my good friend Brian Burchick from the City of Lilburn. As he said, I'm Jonathan Hilliard from Connects Media here in Old Town, and we're here to update you on all that is City of Lilburn.
That's right. July 2021.
We're halfway done with 2021.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
That's
nuts. Parents out there, a couple weeks in school's back.
That's right.
Which is exciting and crazy.
Yes.
And,
yes.
But
exciting.
It's been a good summer, though.
Exciting and disappointing for some, I'm sure. So
it's a lot.
No, but and it's crazy that we're halfway through the year because I do feel like we're just kind of hitting our stride as far as events and things here in the city, and we've got a lot to talk about as far as what's coming up for the rest of the year event-wise. But first, as we always do, let's just remind folks where they can find information on everything going on with the city and public meeting offerings and that.
That's right. Well, and just a reminder, this podcast is an audio podcast, so you can subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
Right.
You could do that. Also, really, I would encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, City of Lilburn, because we're cranking out, 3 monthly videos, and this one can be found there as well. And then also we do have a newsletter at oldtownlilburnga.com. So that's monthly, and so you could do that as well. And then, yes, our public meetings are public. Anyone is welcome, and so always city council meetings are always the second Monday of each month. They just had one July 12th, I believe it was. Was it July 12th? Yes. And then the DDA meeting is always third Wednesday of each month, and that's the Downtown Development Authority. And both of those meetings are at City Hall in the work session room for 6:30 meetings, and then council goes into the chambers for 7:30. So always welcome, and a good way to stay in touch with all that's happening.
Absolutely. For those of you at the local water cooler, talking to your friends, if you go to those meetings or if you, catch up on that information.
You'll be so informed.
It's almost like insider information that's not really insider, but no one would know.
That's right.
So there you go.
That's right.
Get up to date.
That's right.
Yes, as always, check cityoflilburn.com for information on those meetings. And as you were talking about the oldtownlilburnga.com, I know there's a lot going on there with keeping up with events. The content series that you were talking about, I know that we've had a lot of good traction recently with learning more about the local business owners in our Lovin' Old Town series.
Yes.
And we've had such good traction that we thought that maybe, let's just keep the ball rolling here. And we wanted to introduce our audience here on The Burn to that series as well. And so, Brian, tell us about our most recent Lovin' Old Town video and what we've got for him today.
Yes, our most recent one, we interviewed Juan Carlos Castrejón, who is a great friend. He's a great business owner here in Lilburn. He and his cousins are owners of Agavero, and they have their first restaurant in Lilburn is out on Highway 29, and then they are also the owners of the Parkside restaurant, which is known as the Bus here at Lilburn Park. And we love Agavero, and so we were excited to interview him, and I hope you enjoy it.
It's a great conversation, so check out this last month's episode of Lovin' Old Town.
Hello, Lilburnites. Brian Burchick here with another Loving Old Town video. We are here on a bright, hot summer day at a site that I think many of you know and enjoy very much. I'm here at Agavero Cantina Parkside with one of the owners, Carlos Castrejón. Welcome, Carlos.
Hey, thank you. Welcome.
And Carlos is one of the owners here, but you've actually been in Lilburn doing business for much longer. So tell us a little bit about what else you've done and kind of your history in Lilburn.
Yeah, so we took over the Agavero on Lawrenceville Highway in 2012. So we're going on 10 years here shortly. And it's me and my 2 partners who are my cousins, so it's a family-owned business.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've had that one since 2012. I live in Lilburn, so.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, and then what was exciting to you when this very kind of unique bus restaurant opportunity came up? Like, why did you want to take advantage of that? Why did you want to be a part?
when the city approached us to come over here, it was just it was super exciting because we was at a different adventure than what we're used to try to do this food truck type of environment and be in the location right here in the city of Lilburn. We were just excited just because it was the opportunity to try to become more part of the community, to serve, you know, just have a different type of option.
Absolutely.
For the community. Yeah.
Carlos, I know that you guys have done a lot since getting here to kind of enhance this area and this environment. Talk a little bit about just the various projects you've done to make this the best it could be.
Yeah, so right when we took over, we knew the obstacles was going to be with the weather, with the elements being that if it rains or during the winter months, how we're going to keep it open, you know, all year round.
Yes.
So building the deck, giving us the cover space on the bottom, so, you know, if it does rain, we're covered there. And then also it's just double our square feet because we were only serving 9 tables at one time, so we could, you know, double the square footage of the guests. And then adding the bottom part with the tarps, and then we can put the heaters on a winter day. If it's not too cold, we can still serve.
Well, I know you've got lots of people that walk up and tell you things about the park, give you updates, and in a lot of ways, you're an extension of what's happening here at the city.
Definitely. When you're part of the park, I mean, it's feel like, you know, we are part of the community. I mean, anything happens on the park, they'll let us know. They come up to us like, you know, definitely.
Yes. Well, I know I speak for many that this feels like the perfect concept to be here. You guys create such a fun environment. The food's delicious. You know, my favorite, I love Nachos Locos. I love the double-decker chimichangas. What's kind of your go-to meals? What do you love here?
It's hard to pick. I'm the same way. It's, you know, the Mexican street corn, the Waco taco, but I guess the go-to, I'm a taco guy.
You're
you know,
a taco guy.
Steak tacos, grilled onions, cilantro on it, put some lime, salsa.
Oh, wow.
I'm hungry now.
Excellent. Well, man, thank you so much for taking this kind of risk and doing something outside of the box with your second restaurant here in Lilburn. Best of luck moving forward, and again, thanks for being a part of this community, this park, and the growth that's happening here in Old Town.
I love being a part of it. Thank you, Brian.
Awesome getting to know a little bit more about Juan Carlos and Agavero and how they came to be. Love the bus, man.
Yeah,
Love it.
So fun. They've done a great job creating a gathering spot, a fun space.
Great atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah, great atmosphere over there. Check them out if you haven't already. And speaking of the park, and we've got Agavero Parkside, but there's been a lot going on in the park here recently, Brian.
Yes.
Nothing bigger than the crazy turnout we had on July the 3rd for our annual Sparkle in the Park event.
That's right.
What an atmosphere it was that night. Great music, lots of stuff for the families to do.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about the experience.
Perfect weather, which is huge. I mean, we always say with events, weather is the X factor.
For sure.
And it was like unseasonably cool. Yeah, it wasn't humid. Beautiful night.
Yeah.
I was so proud. You know, we've got a great staff that plans and executes those events, and everything was just smooth. The live music was super fun from the Glow Band. They're excellent. We get them, you know, every year, and we just had lots of good times, lots of good food, food trucks, and the fireworks show was great.
Awesome as always.
Yeah, it's our biggest event, so I mean, just numbers wise, thousands of people, you know, converging on the park. But what's very impressive, and shout out to again our event coordinator and also our police department, who has a really, I got to shout out to the Public Works Department also, and all of our park attendants. They really, it's a huge team effort, but you know, particularly with our police and getting people out. I mean, an hour after the event, you wouldn't even known.
Sure.
I mean, it's wild. Like, I was blown away at how quickly we were able to see everyone get out safely. And but thousands of people were there.
Absolutely. They must have watched the burn and followed all the instructions on where to park and made
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they watched it and then listened to the audio version on the way.
Absolutely.
And then watched it again afterwards just to feel
good. So congratulations, you know, for those of you who followed the directions. Your contributions did not go unnoticed.
Oh, yeah.
Great job to Lilburn PD. And I know Jill and her team with the events planning all put in a ton of hours making sure that event was incredible, and it certainly was. I know my family and I had a great time, and we got some great footage. You know, if you check out the YouTube channel, and probably covering over this conversation as well.
Yes, I love some of the drone shots that show not just the crowd and everything, but the coming splash pad.
Right.
You can really see, you know, the outline of that and how that is, you know, from that view, it's just unique, you know, to see it from there. And so seeing how it kind of interacts with the new pavilion as well as the band shell, it's looking really good.
Well, and it'll be fun to look back, you know, at that a year from now when everything is sort of changed again and just see where we've been.
Kids will be splashing around in it.
That's right. That's right. Excited about the splash pad, which is, you know, gravel's in. I saw it looked like some equipment was being laid out over there. By the time you see this, you'll probably see even more changes. So I know that's coming. Again, staying at the park. Had another great food truck Tuesday on July 13th. It looked like that was well attended as well.
Yep. We had a great food truck Tuesday. It's always the second Tuesday of the month, and so we'll do one in August. We'll do one in September, and then the final one will be in October. So,
awesome.
You know, it might be a little cooler as we get into those months. So it'll be nice.
And then the last few things I know we want to remind people about things going on in the park are sprinkler days.
Yes, in July.
Every Wednesday in July from 10 to 12. And then
this might be the last year of sprinkler days because we'll have a splash pad.
We'll have a splash pad. Yes.
So enjoy that while you can.
Yeah. Some interesting sprinkler forms I've noticed at sprinkler days. Yeah, we keep interesting characters.
Keep it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then the last thing is I know fall registration for our Cornhole League.
That's right. People love cornhole. That is live, and just go to cornholeatl.com. There's an Old Town Lilburn League. They do lots of leagues in Atlanta and around here. And yeah, go sign up for the fall league. The fall is probably the best time to play. Sure. It's beautiful weather, and the starts the week of September 2nd. Okay. But you really need to sign up now. Sooner the better. You get a better rate the earlier you do it. So.
Well, and we're like a month and a half away from that, so it'll be here before you know it. I know, you know, we enjoyed Rock the Park in June. We've got another one of those coming back around,
right.
I believe, in September as well.
Yes, September 18th. We're excited about this. The band is the Georgia Players Guild, and they do this crazy mix of sort of Georgia music. And so just some examples, you got Little Richard, Ray Charles, the Allman Brothers, B-52s, REM, and then even some country. Well, let me keep going. Collective Soul, Outkast. So these are, I mean, a real cool, diverse, you know, lineup of different covers. But then even some countries, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan. So I love that. I mean, I think it's cool when you start mixing and matching different genres. I personally love all those different genres. So that's going to be fun. And the opening act is an act called Lilac Wine, and they're really great too. So that'll be a fun concert to get back to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And, you know, maybe things are starting to cool down a little bit by September 18th.
We hope.
Who knows?
We hope.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But, just to remind you, all of these events you can find dates, information at oldtownlilburnga.com.
That's right.
So keep your eye on that as well. Rest of the year, Brian. What's on tap for the rest of the year as we talk through our event schedule?
Yeah, it seemed like because we do have a little lull in terms of big events. So I thought, well, maybe this would be a good, you know, moment in this podcast to just talk about the rest of the year. Yeah. You know, what events you can look forward to moving forward through 2021. So just to share some of those, we talked about Rock the Park. We'll also have a community yard sale on September 25th. Okay. So that's here at Lilburn City Park. Big. It's always a kind of a big turnout for that. Yeah. And so you can look forward to that. National Night Out, which is sort of this national program of cities really having a focus on public safety, getting to interact with local PD and different, you know, kind of public safety entities. So that is a cool event. That's, you know, there's always over the years they have helicopters come land and everything. For the past few years, it's been at Plaza Las Americas, which is a kind of a shopping center off Pleasant Hill. Yeah. This year, it is coming back to where it used to be, which is Lilburn City Park. So if that is, you know, interesting to you, you can do that. The date for that is October 5th. Right after that, October 9th, we have Lilburn Days, which, of course, is like a Lilburn staple. Yeah, huge event. Lilburn Women's Club does a fantastic job with that, kind of a co-sponsored event with the city.
Kind of our fall festival of sorts.
Exactly. And it's just continued to grow and evolve over time. It's a really fun day. They weren't able to do it last year with COVID, so I know they're so excited to get back to that. So that's October 9th. Excuse me for looking at my phone for these dates. I haven't completely memorized them.
Yeah.
Another fun one. This is a smaller event, but we like a mix of good, big and small events. The Lil Beer Fest is going to be October 23rd, and this is really Public House, the restaurant here in Old Town, really kind of drives that, and other local businesses come around and contribute to that event. So that's fun. That'll be in the parking lot in between Music on Main and Public House. So the Lil Beer Fest, October 23rd. Bucket Brigade Day. If you remember, Bucket Brigade Day was a new event that we started last year to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the big fire that nearly destroyed Old Town. Were it not for the Bucket Brigade volunteers that saved the day. And so it's a super fun event.
The movie is coming out soon, I hear.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
We've sold the rights, and keep an eye out for that one.
It's going to be huge. So that's November 14th. That's a Sunday afternoon, and that's where we will reenact the Bucket Brigade. We'll close down Main Street, so it's a street party, which is super fun. And we get buckets, and everybody reenacts that, and it's just a fun sort of small town America type of event that honors our unique history. So that's November 14th, and then I'm excited to talk about Christmas a little bit. We are doing the parade and the tree lighting a little differently. So rather than those being separate events, and rather than doing the official tree lighting up at City Hall, we'll still have a tree up at City Hall with lights and it'll look great and all that. But we're going to combine these so that the parade, instead of being in the morning, it'll be in the afternoon. And then we'll conclude at Lilburn City Park, where we will have an official big tree lighting.
Nice. And
so it'll be sort of afternoon that bleeds into evening. We'll have fun stuff happening down at the park, holiday music. We're going to have a little kids train that will be giving train rides around the green space.
That's cool.
So lots of fun for that. And that'll be December 4th. So you can look forward to that. So lots of good things. Basically every month there's going to be something to do.
Yeah, for sure. And it's never a bad night to be in the park, by the way. So fill in between those events with your own fun down in the park. But I know we've already talked about, as far as development goes, the splash pad a little bit, but it looks like there's some decorative elements going up on the pavilion right now.
Yeah.
And those things seem to be getting close.
Yeah, we're still it's really looking good to meet what we have been saying is sort of mid to kind of late summer. So we're still on track for that. We will very soon be able to communicate sort of a grand opening event. The pavilion will, be opening together with the splash pad.
Okay.
And we're just excited, to see kids getting in that and playing in that. And I think the pavilion's going to just really provide a nice space for people to hang out.
Absolutely. All sorts of benefits coming from the pavilion, from, green room for our bands and storage, as well as the additional space just to hang out in the shade.
We got the storage units gone because now we were able to move everything into the basement. So that freed up some more parking. And
for sure.
Speaking of, parking and all that, we also, into the next year, you're going to see some definite new streetscape work, sidewalks, some things that will continue to make the downtown area more walkable, more pedestrian friendly, more safe. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, you probably have, but there really is just a new level, a new density of people coming into the downtown. And so as that has happened, we want to continue to evolve in the ways that will keep it, again, safe, walkable, and ultimately working very hard to see more retail, more restaurants come into the area, because we really feel like that demand for more of that and the support for more of that is there. So
absolutely,
all that is swirling around and looking really good.
Yeah, and creating just an awesome environment for, I know all the new folks who are moving into Old Town, all the new housing, but the folks who have been here for years and years,
exactly,
I know are experiencing, sort of increased quality of life down here
exactly,
with each of those improvements. So those are super important. I know we want to talk about here. There are some job opportunities open at the City of Lilburn.
Yep.
Tell us what
I mean,
guys
just
have.
quickly, they're always posted on cityoflilburn.com. There's a city planner position that we're hiring, a planning intern, a water resource specialist, which is very specific skill set, and they're great people that possess that, and so we're looking for somebody excellent to help with that, with stormwater. And then police is also hiring police officers. So just check out City of Lilburn, and we are looking for some great people to join the team.
Sure. And our monthly reminder that you will be getting 2 property tax bills, one from the county and one from the city.
That's right.
Starting this fall.
That's right. So just be on the lookout for that. There is a special phone number that if you have any questions about that, you can call. It's 770-279-3705. And again, your property tax bill from the City of Lilburn will be coming out in mid-September, and a due date November 15th. So that, again, starts this year.
It's awesome. Well, I think we burned through a lot there.
Nice one. See what I did there?
Burned through a lot, but we do want to mention, we typically have a history nugget, and
That's right.
We do have a couple of interns that are working on kind of cultivating some additional Lilburn history.
That's right. That's right. They really sort of focused in their efforts. And again, these are college students from Georgia Gwinnett College, which was really fun to have them around.
Yeah.
We look forward to having more interns in various roles within the city for the summer, but they really focused on Salem Missionary Baptist Church and the history connected with that community. So incredible history there with that historic Black community that dates pre-Civil War times.
Sure.
So they were able to focus efforts there, and we're excited to see kind of their final product of what they were able to come up with and research. So
absolutely
love that community, and the leadership there was very accommodating for them and getting to share with them. So we love the history.
Yeah, it's stuff we've got to document, and we've got to get these stories from folks. A lot of the history is still oral, passed down from generation to generation. So the more we can kind of curate that, the better we'll all be. And we want to let you guys know if you've got any cool historical nuggets from the City of Lilburn that you want to share. Email us, and that's going to be development@cityoflilburn.com.
Yep.
And
love to hear from you.
Yeah, would love to hear from you. Help connect the dots maybe for some folks.
Yep.
But yeah, well,
that's it, man.
That's it. Lilburn is hip, my friend.
Lilburn is hip. That's right. And man, let's just keep enjoying the summer while we got it.
Absolutely. Yep. You guys enjoy everything coming up for the rest of your summer before school gets cranked up in August. And it was great to have you on another episode of The Burn. We'll catch you next month.